Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream. We're talking about something special. We got guests. The company's name is Impossible. We'll talk a little bit about them. Basically, they're touring the country, and these guys are associated with, they refurbish the Polaroid camera. They're refurbishing 2,000 Polaroid cameras a month. And what they're doing is they're taking this impossible dream on the road, and this gives you an opportunity. You'll probably see this you'll see this somewhere out and about. They're on their way now to the city, to New York. But while I'm fired up about the boys, what I'm really fired up about is this 1964 Airstream. It's a safari model. We can trace this back. Back in '64, they were making Airstream trailers both on the West Coast and the East Coast. I can tell you, I believe this bad boy was probably made in Cerritos, California. Now, it was refurbished by an architecture firm out of Santa Barbara, California, and put back on the road. What I mean by that, almost 70% of all Airstreams ever built, they started making these things in the 1930s, are still on the road. Whoa. What does that tell you about this company? You know, this is really what this is all about. It just so happens that this one is in incredible shape for a 64. So obviously, we still got the, by the way, this is new technology meets old technology. This is the company's called Zipty that does the awnings. So they've been able to kind of repurpose this awning, but it looks as good on a 64 as it does a 2015 model. Now, you've got 24 feet worth of Airstream here. Let's check out the back of this thing because I want to show you something. I don't know whether it was Wally thinking when he introduced the first Airstream back in 1930, but what I feel is very cool or very classic is the retro round lamps that are done. If you're traveling down the highway and in front of you is a repurposed Airstream with these round tail lamps, well, first of all, I would suggest to you you're in the right lane. But what has happened, fast forward, this same retro lamp that's being used on a 1964 is the same retro style lamp that's being used on a 2015 model. And then let's fast forward to this company, Impossible. What are they doing? It's that same concept. They're out there looking for that repurposing of the cameras that were using the same film that I grew up with. It's like what is it? It's the selfie. That's what it's all about. It's about the selfie. So I want just the Impossible Dream here combined with Airstream, combined with retro. You know, we're bringing it back. That's all there is to it. But how about this 64 classic? Come on around. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what this company went through to repurpose or repolish this Airstream because it's labor intensive. I don't want to take the dream away from anybody who wants to go find that Airstream in the field, turn around and start the polishing process at home. The only thing I can tell you is good luck, because it's something that takes a little time. This is what we do at Haydocy Airstream. We actually repurpose the old ones. If you come out to Haydocy, you'll see our 63 land yacht, which is a repurposed food truck. But I want to show you something. This is all buck riveting. Buck riveting done the right way. The buck rivets, by the way, when they seat a buck rivet, it's done by sound. But this is the same technology, the same repurposing that's being done in the factory today in 2015. I love the look of the buck riveting on a highly polished Airstream. Let me tell you, retro, baby, you don't get any better than this. Okay, we're going to slide inside the 64, and just for some of the classic features is the door within the door. But look at how this same technology of this so-called aircraft type construction that was done back in the 60s, done back in the 30s, is being done in the year 2015. Also, all the rivet work done on the interior, same concept is being done on the exterior, and not to mention fully insulated door, done in the 60s. It's going to be the same way in 2015. While nothing has changed, guess what? Everything has changed. Come on in. Let's take a look at this 1964 Airstream. Okay, interior of the 64 Airstream Safari. Now they've tricked this thing out a little bit. Obviously they've done some finish work on the inside, not to mention they got the whole disco thing going on in back here, but they've done galvanized steel, and notice how, look at this, they got magnets. You try to stick a magnet on the side of an Airstream, it ain't happening, but this is retro cool, huh? Now I'm going to introduce you to the guys from Impossible, because they're the ones that are making this all happen. Kyle, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And this is
Mitch.
Kyle and Mitch. This is the road show. Tell us a little bit about where you've been, what you've been doing, and what the concept is, Kyle.
So Impossible as a company, we're the only people in the world making brand new film for vintage Polaroid cameras. So there are approximately 300 million Polaroid cameras out there. And if you or a friend have one in a closet, or you find one at a thrift store, or your friend's got one, very good chance you can use that camera still with our film. So look us up, we're called Impossible, and that's what we do. So we're in this Airstream, we're on a cross-country road trip. We've been on the road for 3.5 months now, going to cities all across the country, promoting the film, doing workshops, and letting people know that you can use your old Polaroid again.
Look, Mitch, do me a favor. Tell me about these cameras right here.
Alright, we've got this here. This is kind of the real classic SX70. These were made starting back in 1972, and this was the first camera that Polaroid came out with that shot integral film type, which is the type of film that Impossible makes. So this has very nice optics. The film goes right in here. Manual focus. Cool.
But no film.
But no film. And then this is actually the same type of camera. This is an SX70, but it comes with a sonar autofocus. So this is actually a very early form of an autofocus camera. And instead of what we're used to now with digital cameras focusing using light, this actually uses sound. So that...
Cool.
Yep. And then these are a very familiar type of camera. These are called Polaroid 600 types. And these are just kind of a point and shoot of sorts. Built-in flash, very easy to use, very fun cameras. And this is called the Spectra camera, and there were many different models of this as well. These are unique because this was kind of their idea of using a format that was closer to the look of the 35mm, as opposed to the formats of these cameras here. It shoots a square photograph, whereas this is rectangular. It's a kind of similar to a 35mm look. This camera also has lots of manual features to it. It's a really nice look, really professional camera.
First of all, thank you for bringing the Impossible Road Show to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for bringing it to Haydocy Airstream, and obviously we get all fired up about, the retro concept of Airstream, but certainly it kind of crosses over here.
Sure does.
But what you guys are doing, I know you've been on the road for thousands of miles, and you'll probably see these guys out there. But I just wanted to, once again, thank you for bringing the road show to Haydocy. Thank you for what you guys are doing. So, give me the website.
So it's the-impossible-project.com. You can also just Google search The Impossible Project and you'll find us there.
The Impossible Project, coming to you from Haydocy Airstream. How about this? It's all retro, baby. Guys, thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
This is awesome. And I guess we'll see you in the funny pages. Take care.